Welcome to Follow Your Joy podcast, where intuition is the doorway to your elevated creativity, more joy, and prosperity. I'm your host, Marla Diane, and I've been living an intuitive life for decades as a creative. That translates to transforming creative entrepreneurs' lives for over 27 years through two businesses as a business strategist and a life designer. And prior to that, an entertainment publicist and talent manager. Follow Your Joy is an entrepreneurial resource for creatives sharing their challenge to victory stories through the lens of listening to their intuition. It's time to make joy your inner GPS for life and business decisions rather than lean on your logic and reason first. You'll not only be following what is most authentic for you, but you will live the beautiful life meant just for you. Want to learn how to access, trust, or up-level your intuition? Join me in the conversation to find out how. Well, Happy New Year. And I am so glad it's 2024. How about you? Last year was a doozy, and it was challenging on all levels, personally and professionally. A lot of lessons and letting go of what was not working. Can you relate? So my two biggest lessons were this. One, if I didn't know this already, it really drove the point home, and that is the vital importance of a good team, regardless of the size, but the vital importance of a good team and their support. So, all transparency, what happened was halfway through the year, at the same time, both of my fabulous team members had some pretty serious personal challenges going on. And that obviously affected momentum, lost focus. And by the end of the year, I pretty much had to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, as in the team. So the solution, and this is what I'm very excited about, is I hired really for the first time, but have needed this for probably about 4 to 5 years, and that is an online business manager. And she is my newest team member. She just started last week, and I spent part of the holiday really gearing up for a fabulous 2024, which included interviewing the right lead for my business team. So super, super excited about that. And the second biggest lesson was knowing, again, as if I didn't know this already, but it really drove it home, is knowing what your main lead generation activity is, right? Your highest payoff activity, that which is, again, your lead generation. And mine has always been speaking, which I love. But last year, whew, did not do as much speaking as I typically did in previous years. And that really showed up in revenues. It showed up in, obviously, email list. I mean, all of it. I mean, it just trickled down right through my business. So as you can imagine, between the two lessons, the two biggest challenges, yeah, I was not running on all cylinders for sure. The solution then to the lead gen is, again, during the holidays, as I enjoyed some of the parties and getting together and so forth, I was working behind the scenes, again, gearing up for 2024, and I found a fantastic um, resource. It's a website. And here's a good one for you ladies. And that is, it's called Innovation Women. It's for women speakers, and it's a phenomenal, very comprehensive, abundant membership, uh, where you are not only given trainings and cohorts to join and uh, tools to create your reel, your speaking reel. You have your dashboard, you have your speaker profile. Anyway, as a member, you have access not only to all that, but you also have speaking opportunities galore from around the world. And that's what I was looking for really for quite a while, is where is there a resource, right? An option where you can go in one place and find, dozens and dozens, hundreds of speaking opportunities. So I joined that. It's now on the docket to build up my profile with my online business manager and to never again go without, a decent amount of speaking engagements for the year. So those were my lessons. Let's kick off then the new year episode today with a couple of financial education resources, both being excellent, especially how to make peace with your money story and then creating new money habits and how to grow your money. Whew, and how grateful that we are that we have a clean slate, right, to start this fabulous year with. So why not create new money habits that will position you for many successes in 2024 that you can be proud of? Yeah. So the first resource is my free download, 5 practical steps to get you started on the path to higher earning power. I explain in the handout how I employ the transformation of your money relationship as a catalyst for positive change in all parts of your life, not just money, when you apply the principles and the strategies that I give you. See, your money relationship, how you think, how you feel, how you act with money, is one of the most profound relationships that you'll have in this lifetime, next to yourself, your higher power, whatever that may be, and your significant other. So how about demystifying all that? So go ahead, download the guide at marladiane.com/free. And there's a link in the show notes, of course, for you. And then the second resource, which I really, really enjoy, and that is, I know there's a lot of podcasts available that speak to financial literacy, investment strategies, and money management. And I have listened to many, but I have one favorite podcast that I want to pass on to you that I'm highly, highly recommending, that I listen to almost weekly. And if not, I catch up on it. It's called Rich Habits with Austin Hinkwitz and Robert Croak. They teach you so you can understand the complex, sometimes intimidating details of investing, money management, and navigating business and career money strategies. So Rich Habits, it's a financial literacy podcast for anyone ready to take back, as they say, control of their money by implementing new habits. And it offers 2 perspectives. From one is Austin. He's 27, young guy who is already a millionaire, and always has fantastic advice and tips. And then his partner in the podcast, Robert Croak, some of you may have know of him. He's 59. He's a deca millionaire, right? We're talking 9 figures. Known for his massively successful Silly Bands with a Z product line and multiple other businesses over the last 30 years. I know if you make Rich Habits Podcast a new habit in 2024, obviously in support of your financial goals, you will be sitting pretty and proud by December 2024. I always get so much out of the episodes, and I'm implementing their strategies and using their resources. As I said, I really enjoy it. I know you will too. So go ahead, find them on, they're on Spotify. They're on all the channels, but I listen to them on Spotify. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you dive into those resources. So let's get to the topic of the podcast episode, which is the gift and power of discontent for 2024. So I want you to think about your intention for 2024. Right? I don't know if you already have that, or it's the first time you thinking about it. But for the sake of right now, in what I'm about to explain to you, I want you to really seriously think about what is your intention for 2024. Here's a couple, maybe just to, give you something to think about. Is it to raise your standards in how you treat yourself and others? It's a good intention, don't you think? How about, is it to double your revenues with far less stress and burnout? Now that's a good intention. What about, is it right? Is it time to make peace with your money story and pay off debt and create new money habits? Right? Another good one. Or what about, is it to expand your brand to new communities and audiences so that you make it a double blessing, meaning you convert a certain percentage of that new territory, right, into new clients that you serve your best to, and you're well paid, right? Okay. So there's 4 different ideas for intentions. So here's what I want you to do again is think about, what is that intention? You got it? Okay. Now follow me here. What I want you to do is go a bit deeper. In your intention is a deeper meaning that will reveal a passion and a path to a more enhanced life and creativity. So here's the prompting question while thinking or looking at, if you wrote it down, about your intention, right? Here's the question. What are you really longing for? What are you really longing for? There's a beauty in that. There are layers of hope, sadness, joy, vulnerability, empathy, and desire. So what are you really longing for in your intention? It's not just the surface, okay, here's my intention, right? This is what I'm going to be mainly focused on for the year. Could even be a word. Like, my word for the year is resilient. Based on what happened last year, nothing's going to take this girl down, right? Is resilient and also courage. Okay, so I want you to go deeper. Ask yourself that question is, what are you really longing for in your intention? So as you think and feel this, I want you to tap into your intuition. Okay, you know me about intuition. Go there first before your logic and your practicality. So listen to your heart, not your head first. All right, so shift your focus to your heart. And here are some possible, here's some examples, I should say. Here's some examples of possible longings based on the 4 intentions I just came up with. All right, so let's see where the longing might be in those 4 intentions. Okay, raising your standards in how you treat yourself and others. The longing could be no more self-abandoning and a deeper self-love. right? Because how can you make yourself a priority if you don't feel you deserve it? And that uncertainty shows up in how you treat others, right? And obviously yourself. So the longing may be those, boundaries with yourself, no more self-abandoning, and a deeper self-love. That's a longing, right? How about the longing in doubling your revenues with far less stress and burnout? And that longing could be no longer doubting your ability to achieve your financial dreams and goals and achieve it with more grace and less hustle. That's the longing that's there, right, in the doubling your revenues. Okay. How about the third intention that I gave, which is making peace with your money story and paying off debt while creating new money habits? The longing in that could be knowing how to live in financial relaxation, especially when under pressure, and feel confident you're a good steward of your money for you and your family. That's a deeper meaning behind that intention. That's the longing. See where I'm going with this? So those are examples. Those are 4 examples of how to find out what's the longing, right? That's in your intention. Okay, here's the gift and the power then of your discontent. That's the longing, right? Is that we create a discontent because we're longing for something, right? To happen, to change. All right. So discontent, when that shows up in your life on any level, small or large, it's your intuition encouraging you to create something new because we are designed as beautiful human beings to create. And when we stop creating something new in our lives, we become bored, discontented, and we have a longing, right? Whatever that is for you. So let's have you commit to stop carrying things around, emotions, old behaviors, etc., into your next chapter of your life in 2024 and embrace your creative discontent, right? And undertake new projects. Be more courageous and resilient to try new things. And see your frustration, your hesitation, your boredom, if that's the case, right? That's part of the discontent. It's really a longing to what? Learn more, expand more, dare more, and create more. See how all that works? So you go from your intention to what's really the longing in that intention. And when we have a longing, we have discontent, and it's basically our intuition, our soul saying it is time to create something new to marvel at. All right. So I have the perfect support to help you navigate your creative discontent. If you are an ambitious, creative woman entrepreneur, or you know someone who is, and that is, I invite you to join Create, which is my new cohort, right, for ambitious women who are driven to achieve their 1-year goals in 90 days. You'll be championed by the other women in the cohort. It's a small cohort of 6 spots to see beyond your limitations and break free to a new way of living and working. We're enrolling now. Early rate and bonus ends actually today, but I will have my team extend it to another week till the 17th. And the link is in the show notes. See, I've been mentoring and coaching creatives for 15 years. I love this transformational space. So seriously, read through all the details, right? Go take a look at, click on the link, It's marladiane.com/create. And it's an intimate online cohort designed to upgrade you, your money relationship, your mindset, right? Your revenues, your intentions, creating results, right? In 90 days, not a year. It's learning how to collapse that time frame of how long you think it's going to take. Yeah. And I'm happy to get on a 30-minute call to chat about your goals and your dreams and desires and how this cohort could help change your life. There's a Calendly link also in the show notes, so go ahead and use that. But let's talk, though, about the intention of Create. Okay, it's all connecting to the dots here. So there's a lot to unpack, right, as far as the intention behind Create, which is the brilliance of the cohort. However, let's be clear. This is not a hard hustle push to get your goals done by sacrificing your well-being. One of my signature teachings implores you to not hustle, but to understand and apply what? The masterful blend of the masculine and feminine principles, meaning we need structure and systems and strategies and goal setting and linear function of the masculine principles. There's no gender here, right? Just a principle. And we must have the feminine principle of intuition, creativity, emotion, receiving, leaning back, trusting, having faith that what you desire can be manifested without all the burnout. This was brought to my attention, this whole thing about hustling and worrying about, getting 1-year goals done in 90 days. And it was brought to my attention last week while on a call with a very high value woman who enrolled in the cohort very excitedly. But she was a bit concerned about the pace that was going to be expected of her to achieve her goals for, again, fear of burnout. And I eased her concerns by explaining what I just shared with you. All my women clients over the years always receive the loving guidance to stop hustling and take inspired action instead, using their what I call feminine arts of intuition and trust and faith, spirituality, self-care, and manifesting skills to achieve their goals and desires in a much sooner, quicker, efficient way. So by no means will I be taking, right, the hurry, get it done, massive action approach in the cohort. And I'll tell you, that came from this whole, blend of the masculine, feminine, and no more hustle and burnout. Is that really is what happened to me in my major burnout in 2017 when I turned to my coach for help, which began my sacred journey to Florence, Italy for a month to reboot my life and how I approach running my business and honoring the joy of making money. Yep, and some of you might know that story. You can also see it on my website, and it's in several of the episodes here on the podcast, but it was a life transformation month-long stay in Florence, Italy. And I since then have gone back, twice, or yeah, 2 more times. So it's now 3 times I've gone to Italy since 2017 because it's so life-changing, right? But there were so many life lessons I learned primarily when I came back as I re-engineered my whole business, only did what brought me joy, uh, rebranded myself, and took on a whole new approach to living, which was no more this crazy hustle, lead to burnout approach to living and working. And I'm so grateful for that because to this day, now 7 years later, I have a high sensitivity to that. So, and I turned it into coaching my clients. Okay, so grab a spot before the bonus and savings rate end on the 17th, which is in a week. Again, there are only 6 spots so that I can give each woman plenty of coaching and support, along with then the synergy that we're going to create between all of us. So excited about. And, let's achieve your early 2024 success, as in the first 3 months, with the Create Tribe. Yeah? Okay, so to end here, start the year by recommitting to listening to your intuition and following your joy. I'll be here all year, right, with new exciting guests to inspire you and give you hope that you too can trust or up-level your intuition to create a fulfilling result rather than listen more often to the logic and the practicality, right? That's essential to have, but that's secondary to listening to then your intuition, which is always going to assist you in evolving. It's always meant for you. It's meant to transform you. Your intuition is specific to you rather than looking on the outside for a resource or advice. You really know your intuition, your higher self knows the answer. And then you use your, right, logic and planning and practicality to implement that guidance. Yeah? All right. Until next episode, take good care, be blessed, and I will be talking with you in the next episode. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for listening. You can find more entrepreneurial stories and resources at marladiane.com. And while you're there, enjoy my free downloads to up-level your business and your life. And Instagram. It's my favorite place to hang out. Let's connect there. If you received inspiration from the episode, I'd sure appreciate a 5-star review on Apple and Spotify. Until next episode, take care.